Good evening, everybody. It is the 23rd of May. It is Blacklist 45. Every single member of the band is here this evening to say hello to you guys. So I'll hand over to those guys so they can say hello to you guys. Guys?
Hey!
Hello!
Is that it? Is that all you've got?
I don't know how many languages do you reckon we can get around in? What can you say hello in? James, go. Dav.
Hello.
Okay, nice, well done. Lee.
Hola.
Hola. I was going to go with hola. You know. Will.
Bonjour.
Bonjour. I'm struggling now.
You shouldn't have started this.
No, I should. Yeah. Well, we got round to everyone.
Fair
You know.
play.
Yeah.
There we are, and that's what shows we're all British because we know no languages.
Hey, man, we just said hello in Britain, America, Australia, most of Europe. It's all good.
Ni hao?
Nice. James is now Googling that.
No, I'm not. How dare you?
Yeah, right.
we just-
James's eyes are like...
They're the hands. Ni hao.
Yeah, Dave Earl has contributed with a good day. Good day, mate. All right. There you
G'day.
go. That counts.
Do you want a funny story about Australians and Australian accents?
Yeah.
I once went on holiday. I spent 2 weeks in a very nice hot country, and I don't know why, but for a laugh, I decided whilst I was there I was just going to be from Australia. So everyone I spoke to, the whole time that I was there, I was adamant that I came from Australia, and every single person started saying, "Oh, the Aussie guy at the bar, the Aussie guy at the bar." And then one day I was at the bar getting a drink, and this guy came up next to me. He was like, "No fucking way, mate. Where are you from?" And I was like, "Oh, Bristol."
Did you say? Did you say you were adamant from Australia? That's an awful name. That's an awful name. Not very Australian, is it?
And we're off. The dad jokes are flying this evening.
I was going to say, even by my standards, that one was poor. I did live with an Australian, though, and one day I came home, and she was, shall we say, a larger lady, and skinhead, and she said to me, "Oh, have you seen my thongs?" And I was like, "No." "Oh, can you help me find my thongs?" I'm like,
So you're rifling through her underwear drawer while she's looking for her
No.
flops.
Found them.
Well, I was trying to be helpful. I was like, "Oh, where did you last see them? Were they on the radio or something?" He goes, No, by the back door." I'm like, "What?" So anyway, it transpires that what we call thongs and what Australian call thongs are not the same fucking thing.
She's like, my thongs, they're bright red and they stink. Have you seen them?
Yeah. So yeah, they and then this was even worse when she said, so on your feet, like your thongs. Why? What do you call them? And I'm like, trying to defend our country, going, yeah, of course, yeah, we call them flip flops. It's like, I think they won that round, didn't they? I mean, how could I defend that? You know what I mean? Yeah. So there you are. But welcome everybody. Good grief, loads of people on board. Pilgrim G, Dave Earl, Neil 66, Black
Hello.
Sunshine,
Hi.
Debs, Susie. Welcome along, everybody.
It's amazing what you can do to gather up some of your regulars if you threaten the end.
Yeah. Well, I wouldn't say we're threatening the end. I think we
the end, mate.
it is the end. This is the end.
The
So,
end.
there is no threat.
Well,
there we go.
There is a real end. It's just that, there is a threat of end. There is a threat. It's just that it's not a hollow threat. Is that what we're saying?
Yeah. We are determined in our end. Absolutely. Oh, that's nice to know. So in the US, they're also called flip flops. So clearly, just the Australians call them thongs. Good to know.
Stupid.
Clarified. International level. But yeah, no, it is the end. But yeah, the end of what is the bit that I guess we're not going to spend too long trying to squeeze out. Feels a bit anticlimactic.
Do you reckon?
So, well, I don't know, James. What could it be the end of from your point of view?
I don't know. One of us could be leaving.
Yeah, that is true. That is a scary thought. I know. I hope that would be, but still. Yeah, what about you, Dav? What do you reckon it could be the end of?
Rugby season.
That is possible.
I mean, yeah.
Is it the end of rugby? There we go. I'd say Lee'll know. Is it the end of rugby season?
Yeah, pretty much.
It's certainly the end. to the end of the football season. Will, is it the end of Overwatch season? Trying to keep you involved a little bit with the sports metaphor.
I couldn't tell you.
Does Overwatch have a season?
Yeah, they do have seasons. I think there's probably about 20 odd days left of the current season. I don't know.
No, fair enough.
He knows.
I would come to the league, but it only fills me with fear and terror if I go to him and say, "What is it? What do you think it could be the end of, Lee?"
My patience.
Well, yeah, existence, hopefully.
There we go. Yeah, no, indeed. Pilgrim G, are there only 13 online? Does that mean a lot of people aren't bothered?
Yeah, that's right. That's
Is it
why
the end of the? Yeah. Is it the end of the beginning, or is it the end? Is the end the title to an album or song? Nice guesses. I like that. That's very nice.
That's a sensible one. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, the end. Although I think the Doors did that already, didn't they?
I think Black Sunshine's guess is the best. Is it the end of the soup?
Yeah. Well, I can say for certainty this will be the end. This will be the last ever Blacklist on this format stroke platform. That's definitely true. So
I mean, we say that with some confidence, knowing full well that in our experience of using technology to broadcast ourselves live on the internet, we could have to fall back on this at any moment.
As far as we're aware, this will be the end of this platform. Stroke, the thing that we use that might be a bit soupy, so it could be the end of the soup. End of my tether, please tell. Yeah, says Neil66. 3 more watching in our house. Thanks, Deb.
Oh, cool.
So that means that there are more people. You mean no more crashing? Well, hopefully it will be the end of the crashing as well. But
that'd be nice, wouldn't it?
It would be nice. Although, Will, you've done some technical jiggery pokery tonight. So
I've done some technical jiggery pokery. We're going to see if we can stay online for the full hour without crashing and burning. I'd be surprised, but, who doesn't like a nice surprise?
But it normally goes towards the end without risking the temp fate. So obviously, if we can get all the welly in up front, then if it does descend into absolute chaos at the end, then we can all say the last rites.
So
this form of Blacklist.
Are you saying that we should just spill the beans right now on what it's the end of?
No, the soup. Spill the soup.
Oh, should we spill the soup right now?
That was quite good for him, to be fair. That wasn't bad.
It's definitely not the end of soup season, isn't it? It's not soup season now. It's very warm.
It's very warm.
That's a fair point. Although I quite like Greek salad season, if I'm honest. I quite like getting into the summer. You're like, do you know what? I fancy some croutons and some lettuce.
What about
some olives?
Gazpacho soup. You have that cold?
It's not right though, is it? It's not right.
You go. I've never got into it. Cold tomato soup. I'm like, why is that better than warm tomato soup? That makes no sense.
Yeah, I mean the guys in Philadelphia say that they used cream of mushroom soup when they want fake vomit. Like so when you out between your fingers and everything, it looks like vomit. And they say that the consistency of it and the smell of it almost normally helps you have real vomit in there as well.
Wow.
So anything that's used to come out to look like vomit surely isn't that good to go in, right? You know what I mean? Like if mushroom soup's biggest selling point is, but if you spit it out, it looks like puke, then that ain't a good reason for it to go in the first place, is it? If you ask me. Yeah.
That's enough soup talk. That's Black Sunshine's fault. Bring the soup up.
Wow.
Were you laughing at the unintentional bringing soup up pun?
Soup pun.
That was good.
It wasn't.
Well done, mate.
It's good.
Don't pretend you didn't know what you were doing.
I didn't know what I was doing.
like most of the time, Lee does not know what he's doing.
Not a clue.
Yeah. But yeah, indeed, no to cold soup. I don't think anyone love cream of mushroom soup with crusty bread. Wow. Good grief. Yes. Neil 66 is back again. Yeah. But yes, we will as far as I know, unless Will corrects me, this will be the last Blacklist, both for a while and definitely on this platform. We will be.
We're going away for a bit, are we?
We're gonna tuck ourselves away for a little bit.
Which we were trying not to tell you, so you wouldn't come with us. But
no, I wanted just James to be online this time in 2 weeks' time. Hello.
Hey,
oh, everyone.
And the sad thing is, I probably have more than 30 viewers.
I'd be watching. To be fair, that's one.
Yeah, I'd watch James crash and burn for an hour on YouTube. That'd be quite funny.
So
Challenge accepted. Yeah.
yes, I think you should replace the Blacklist with you just streaming live from your office for an hour every other Tuesday.
We'd get to that magic 100,000 hours a lot quicker, I bet.
True, true.
Yeah, but I think in terms of quality control of the content, it would be a bit worrying. You know,
If it's
James
anything like the videos you keep editing and putting into our private feed, James, it can't get much.
Well, I was going to say,
Hang on. Just for clarity now, people are going to think I'm doing weird stuff, and I'm not. I am, but I'm not.
It'd be James sets fire to something different every week.
Yeah. You know that YouTube channel does it blend? There was a YouTube channel Does It Blend. Now we'll have Does It Burn?
Yeah.
Right, I'm gonna have to show the people now, aren't I?
No.
oh,
You made me do this. Right, ready?
Thankfully, you're frozen. Oh,
I understand nothing.
There we go. That's the weird stuff.
yeah, that's the caliber of the quality that James contributes to the Black Lakes feed.
I'm not.
Yeah, there's no sound on that one, James. Well done.
I don't know how to put this, but kind of a big deal. People know me.
I love that there's like no one laughing except James.
Dab smiling.
Yeah, it's like a sort of
Lean smiling.
awkward
Lean
smile,
smiling.
like, you know.
yeah. I'm laughing at you laughing at yourself.
Hey, everybody's happy.
Everyone's having a good time.
But thank you everyone for coming. Dave Earl is saying, we even turned up on Valentine's Day. Come on, get to the point. So yes,
12 minutes.
we will be. I also just said tumbleweed, James.
Fucking hell,
That's the
Dave.
words of mine.
Dave's brutal. Tonight he's going for the jugular.
I like it. I like how edgy the Blacklist have got. Like, right, fuck you guys, get on with your points. Like,
sure
you had enough of this.
in a word-
You had 45. You had 45 episodes of this waffle. Get to the goddamn point.
Okay. So,
Okay.
the point is, we're all fucking lazy. And no, the point is, we've got a lot going on, and we are trying to make a second album. And we have decided that we are going to go full steam ahead with the second album, which is a contradiction on what we said maybe 2 episodes ago, where we said we were going to put it on the back burner for a bit because we're too excited, and actually we feel that...
And to be fair, that's what you said. We didn't really... I mean, we kind of agreed it, but yeah, anyway.
Well,
At the time,
don't put it all on me.
No, I'm not. I'm not saying. I'm just saying I'm not sure if that got fully sanctioned through the Senate, through the House of Representatives. I'm not sure it was an official Blacklist communique.
If you have to be on the blacklist when the decisions are made in the spare of the moment, that's the key to this. If you're not there, you don't get a say. That's how the band operates. So yeah, we are going to put Blacklist on hold, not permanently. I don't really need to explain what on hold means to people, but we're thinking maybe like we'll jump on once a month, or basically when we've got updates for you with the album, because we are going to go full steam ahead recording album 2.
So yeah, and we and there's more to come on that. So do stay tuned. That isn't the only announcement, but at the same time, we will be, when we come back, we have a new platform. And potentially some different ways, so you might see a different vibe of the Blacklist when we come back. We will know, hopefully, no longer be on this fairly temperamental technical platform and be on something that's slightly more robust and also sounds really creamy and nice. So yeah, fingers crossed.
The new platform is creamy.
Yes. Oh, I see. So it's see you in 2 weeks then. Yeah.
I'm looking at Neil and Dave in the chat, and I'm just right clicking on it. And it says remove this user from chat, put this user in timeout. I'm just looking at the options I've got to calm Dave down a little bit.
Wow. Interesting enough, Black Sunshine says cough, behind the scenes footage cough. So hold that thought, Black Sunshine. We have a very specific thing coming up in regards to that. So yeah, I think, obviously we're 15 minutes in. Thank you very much for all of you that have joined us on what is a fairly nice sunny day. Will, do you want to say? Shall I say?
Shall I
Do you wanna
just
share it
shall I
with
just
people?
shall I just hit the button and see what happens?
Well, you hit the button.
Don't
Hit the button.
Don't
All right,
hit the
everyone
button.
has to shut up when I'm hitting the button, and
Scott.
don't talk again until I tell you to talk. Okay, everyone ready for me to hit the button?
You said
Will, we're
don't
ready
talk.
for you to hit the
You
button.
said don't talk. So how are we supposed to answer that?
Oof.
I quite like the fact that we were like, no one talk whilst I hit the button, and Scott's there going.
Humming, motherfucker. That's internationally recognised. That ain't talking.
So album 2, which is not going to be called album 2, but we are indecisive mother fudgers. So we had a name, and then we dropped the name, and then we definitely had the name, and then we dropped that name. So at the moment we're just calling it album 2, which is very original, as I'm sure you can all appreciate. It won't be that when it comes out, but it is now available to pre-order. Now, what I will say is that for the first album we used GoFundMe to help us raise money. This time round, we're going to take pre-orders on our own website rather than doing it via GoFundMe. The reason being is that GoFundMe took quite a hefty chunk of the money that you guys gave to us to make the album. So by selling it via our own website, we can take a lot more of the money that you give us, so it goes directly to contributing towards recording of the album. So we've got plenty of details regarding the various bundles and things that are available. So I don't know if anyone else wants to do a bit of talking about bundles and things.
Sure. Yeah, there's loads to talk about. So, live now. It should be live already, Will, on the website. You can go on and have a look at the
You're
bundles.
pressurizing me.
So-
It should have gone live like 3 seconds ago.
Yeah.
I'm gonna check it myself.
David, give your servers a minute. Thank you ever so much for all of your reactions. We were seeing those at the same time as well, which is amazing. So we are going to be, of course, if you just want the CD, you are very welcome to just buy the CD, and that is on there for £10. But also, which I know James and I will be super excited about, we have stupidly all decided to remortgage our house, sell our cars, and just put ourselves on the streets in order to be able to afford to actually create a vinyl this time. So, you'll just see us begging forever, going, we have no money because vinyl costs so much money. There will be a vinyl copy of the second record available. I feel like I should share it around a bit as well. I don't want to hog all of the limelight.
Did somebody
James,
say EP?
Well, yeah, I was going to say, Dav, do you want to briefly mention something about the
Oh,
EP?
jeez, James has got a
Do you know
soundboard.
If you don't want the pressure, if you don't want the pressure, I'm happy. Like, James, if you want to do it, I'm not trying to throw you under the bus, Dav.
Well, stop. It's so silly.
Yeah. So, Dav's excited about the EPs because,
Yeah.
Dav, there will be
2 EPs that will be released leading up to the inevitable release of album 2. And these 2 EPs will be very limited in numbers. And these EPs will contain maybe a couple tracks each that will be on album 2 when it's released. And one of the tracks on each of the EPs will not be physically released.
EP exclusive.
These couple of tracks will appear on the CD, the EP CDs, but they will not appear on album 2 physically on that album whatsoever.
you've got 2 potential exclusive non-album tracks on those EPs, which is pretty exciting because we've never put a non-album track out before, and that is going to happen.
We got to a point where we knew as a band how many songs we wanted to put on an album. But we had too many songs that we were loving. So rather than like bottling some of them or shelving them or just forgetting about them, we've decided to just put them out there. And as a reward for people who want to support us, we've decided to put 2 of these songs onto EPs that won't make the final album, but will be out there for you to hear on the EP. They won't be released at the time of release of the album anywhere else. They'll be available solely for those people who got the EP at the time of release. So they are there for those who really want to support us and want that little bit of extra Blacklisty goodness.
Exclusive.
And don't get me wrong, we haven't really gone, oh, well, this track isn't quite up to scratch, and therefore put it on the EP. It's like, oh my God, we've got so many songs, we're going to have to just put some out in a different way, because otherwise they'll never get done. So I wouldn't say that these tracks in any way, shape or form are of a lower standard for us or different. It's just the only way. We've got so much music, which I know we keep not deliberately to ourselves, but you've got to make sure these things are released in the right way. So I would be confident that you will find those tracks on the EPs equally as exciting, compelling, hopefully, as anything you'll find on the album as well, which is pretty awesome.
Absolutely. Dave has asked any about release dates for the EP. So it's no secret that recording music is expensive, and that is part of the reason that we've launched the pre-order campaign as early as we have. None of it is studio recorded yet. The reason we're calling it a pre-order campaign, again, if you've just tuned in, is because this way we get to keep almost all of the money other than the service charge that you pay for your goods, whereas if we use a crowdfunding website we have to hand over a chunk of that money. So there is no definitive date yet. We would look to push this as fast and as far as we can, but obviously it will depend on how much money is raised and also how much money we have. But we are looking. What do you say? What would you say, Scott? What do you reckon is realistic?
Well, whilst studio time isn't booked, we are quite far down those conversations. So I would say something is definitely going to come out within the next number of months. I would say,
number. I don't know number of months. That could be 17. That could be 30.
Well, like 2 or 3 months. I would have thought. Well, hopefully a single would be out. I would have thought. But
so just to clarify, single 1 and single 2 that promote the album will both form EP 1 along with a bonus track. So if we're saying that within the next couple of months there will be a single out, then there will need to be an EP ready to go within a couple of months as well. So that's something for you guys to bear in mind if you're thinking about looking at the collector's EPs. It shouldn't be too long a wait.
No, and also EP1 will be probably available way before EP2, because all of the tracks, or the 2 tracks from EP1 will come out first before we start releasing EP2. So if you do happen to pre-order one or the other, EP2 and EP1 will not come out at the same time. They will be coming out in order. So EP2 will be longer than EP1. That is a fact.
Indeed. Gina said you need 6 months lead time for your vinyl to be printed from masters received. Yes, we know. We know there might be a delay on the vinyl. Unfortunately, as well as cost, the delay is what put us off doing it last time, and we've not forgiven ourselves to date. So even if there is a delay on the vinyl, everything else will get sent to you, and then the vinyl will get sent to you when it arrives with us, because we're not doing it again, because we are still kicking ourselves for not putting the first one on vinyl.
Yeah, I remember pre-ordering an album last year, and it didn't get back to me until months after the album was released because of the vinyl issues. But I had it. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that.
So yeah, we are committing to the vinyl. We just can't commit yet on when that vinyl will be available, but it will definitely happen.
Yeah, absolutely.
We are. Yeah, absolutely. Coloured vinyl, don't know yet, Dave. We're still looking at that. So as a slight aside, strangely enough, my brother, which is really weird to say, is like one of the UK's most best sort of 45 single 7-inch vinyl DJs. So he does Glastonbury and all kinds of things. So he's got some quite good contacts in the vinyl production industry. So we're hoping that might expedite things. And yeah, who knows? We don't know yet whether it'll be coloured, whether it'll be much like Fallout Boys with our own tears in it. Which is
What Scott's saying is that his brother has loads of vinyl that he's not using anymore. So we're just going to get cases printed and shove one of these in each. So don't open them, because that will cheapen them. All right, they are collector's items. Leave them in the wrap. Never check what's on the discs, and we'll all be fine.
I'm not surprised. The first album would have been awesome on vinyl. Yeah, I mean we've not ruled out that maybe that'll come out on vinyl at some point. Maybe, who knows? Let's see if anyone buys album 2 first.
Yeah, I mean we'll have to sell some album two vinyl.
Album has been re-released because no, not at all. Yeah, it's exciting. And Evelyn, that's fine. I know you said sorry. I was typing an album review. It's fine. You're on the naughty step, but you're also here, which is.
I'm gonna bump the slide back up on the screen for Evelyn's sake, because she didn't see the slide. I might even crank the music again.
Yeah, why not, mate? I can't hear it. Scott, hang on, let me turn my phone up so I can hear it.
Yeah, I actually don't know what's playing when you hit the button.
I can't. Turn my phone up. Yeah, I am. Playing with you. And there we go. Susie Boots is putting a vote in for a clear vinyl. Now, as you know, you guys that support us every other week, or have been supporting us every other week, we are very happy to take your input and your insight. So, Susie, we hear you, clear vinyl. Interesting to know. We'll bear that in mind. Lee obviously has already voted 15 times for Blood Splatter, but we can't have everything.
It's all right. I'm pretty sure that whatever we do, they'll come Blood Splattered.
Blood Splatter vinyl is pretty good. A smoky vinyl would be a vibe. Nice. Everyone getting involved in the vinyl, which we like. You forgot to tell everyone to shut up again. Yeah, sorry, Will. We were talking over our own new track at the same time. So poor old Black Sunshine was like, oh my god, it's new music. And we're going, no, in the background. So Black Sunshine, just for you, we'll promise we'll play it once more, definitely, at least once more before the end. And we won't talk over it as well.
We'll try not to.
If it's a pre-order, can we pre-order a T-shirt sizes within the bundle, please?
That is a very good point. Yes, I will add the sizes to the bundles after this broadcast.
Yeah, so amazing. So yeah, anybody that wants to, sorry, James is just posting in a different platform we have, which is something that I won't repeat on air.
Only fans.
Still, but it pops up on my. Yeah, let's move on. But yes,
oh dear,
anyone that wants to pre-order any of the album or any of the bundles, please do. Please tell your friends and everyone in the press and media. Of course, we will be putting it out to other people and trying to engage all of our good friends to help everybody understand that the Black Lakes Album 2 pre-order stroke funding campaign is live.
Guys.
And we are literally on the mission.
Do you want to know something cool?
Please.
We've already had orders for our second album.
No, we haven't.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Thank you very much.
Which is great, but also, how rude of these people to ignore our live stream to go off and order our second album. You could have waited, guys. Jeez.
No, don't wait. Go and buy it now.
Don't wait. We'll be right here when you come back from ordering our second album.
There we go. Black Sunshine saying make a post and I'll share. To be honest, Black Sunshine, unfortunately, this reason, apart from Cambridge Saturday and all the other gigs we've got coming up, I should imagine the Black Lakes feed will be for a very long time at the moment. Hey, our album's available to pre-order. Want to support us? So there will be a lot of that. So don't worry. Hopefully there will be multiple posts coming your way.
Absolutely.
There is. Yeah, definitely. Thank you very much. It's very kind. People are saying that they are going to order it already, which is pretty awesome.
Thank you.
So yeah, would love to get your feedback on the artwork as well and things. Those artworks are the final and definitive artworks.
So just to clarify, let me just bring up the slide again. So that's your album cover right there. It's an absolutely gorgeous piece of work by an artist called Ruth Malloy. The piece of work is called Rain's Clearing. The two black and white images at the bottom are by another incredible artist. I'll post links to all their work on our socials so that you can check it all out. But yeah, we're very, very happy with our artwork. And funnily enough, the artwork for the first album took so long and so many revisions and so much effort. and
It was like
this
the
one
last
almost
thing we did, wasn't
fell into our lap. Like these pieces of art were just.
It was one of the first things you suggested. Yeah,
Yeah.
Will was like, "What do you think of this?" And everyone's like, "Yeah, it's awesome. I love it."
I was like,
Let's use
right,
that. And
everyone said yes, we are done with this album artwork, we are done.
it was so un-Black Lakes like. It just all happened straight away, which is pretty awesome.
It was amazing.
There's a couple of other things that I want to make sure we mention as well, but I don't need to do them yet. But yeah, there's a couple more things that are worth talking about.
Go on.
Oh, am I going now, am I? So one of the things that we are doing, as well as already and have been for a while working on the record, we have a new platform that's fairly recently available to enable us to do that. And for the first time that we're aware of anyway, you can genuinely, properly collaborate on songs remotely. In other words, you can actually literally share the audio from your own computer or your own studio effectively with other people online instantly and play guitars over that at the same time. So one of the things we were going to suggest, especially to our American friends, is how much interest there would be on joining Black Lakes as an observer on one of those sessions. So the platform that we use is called Lander. So let us know now in the feed, if you would, whether you would be interested or would like to attend literally a Black Lakes writing session as we finalise, ding dong, duke out, argue, frustrate the shit out of each other, and eventually come to something that we think is awesome.
Honestly,
For an hour or so online.
If you hate yourself enough to want to put yourself through it, then by all means, let us know and we'll let you join us.
I mean, don't take this the wrong way, but that process created ERB's Album of the Year, East London Radio's Album of the Year, another outlet said Album of the Year. So, there's got to be some value in being that brutal and being that, right, this has got to be the best thing that's ever been made, that we can.
I like it. I think it's a good thing. Like we trust each other and we can be honest with each other, and that's why that's why it works.
Yeah.
That's why we can bludgeon each other and still come back.
So, whilst the formal fortnightly or bi-weekly for our American friends, Blacklist will go away for making albums is not easy. It's expensive, takes a long time, it's hard work. So obviously we're going to spend our Tuesday nights doing that as well. Whilst we won't be on as frequently for the Blacklist as such, although we will be going live for some periodical updates and or exclusive announcements, etc. In the meantime, then we're quite happy and would love you guys, if you want to join us in these Lander sessions from time to time, so you can see the actual inner workings, the inner bowels of album 2. Yeah, exactly. Which will be quite interesting. Oh, thank you, Pilgrim G. That was very kind of you to say your album of the year. It still blows my mind a little bit how much reaction that record got.
Yep.
Yeah, it is pretty extraordinary. And I have to say, having never been in this position before, album 2 is sort of amazing and terrifying all at the same time. Because for the first time ever, you get the, holy fuck, what if people don't like it? Because the first time, you don't give a shit, because no one's heard it, so it doesn't matter. It's like, is anyone going to like this? Who knows? Fucking stick it out there. It's like, holy shit, everyone seems to like it. Crap. So now you're like, oh shit, what if they don't like the new stuff? What if they don't like the songs? It's terrifying. Yes, it keeps me up at night.
That's why they call it, that's why everyone...
The difficult second album.
The difficult second album,
But hey, given it's Black Lakes, maybe we'll have the opposite. Maybe the second album will be really easy for us. The artwork's happened like that. Maybe, that was it. It was all done, Yeah.
Can I just...
let's give me...
Pilgrim G said £10 is a great price for the album. I had thought of adding an extra £2, so it's still a great price, but it adds a few more coffers to the kitty. Now, there is an option on the web store that you can go... On the web store, there's a product at the bottom right that just says additional donation. Obviously, you're not going to get any more bang for your buck, but if you are feeling charitable and want to give us an extra couple of quid, there is the option right there on the website. So please feel free to add as much or as little as you would like to your order.
Yeah, which is pretty awesome. There was, as will probably not tell you, but we've had people literally contacting us saying, we want to pay you money now to help you with this album. So we thought, right, we better start doing it then, because people are literally offering us hundreds of pounds.
Basically, just frustrated fans that are like, guys, you've been talking about album 2 for about since I discovered you before album 1 came out.
Yeah, but you know, it's you know, anything that's good takes time. Yeah, so obviously lots of people encouraged about the Lander sessions, so that's cool. Just went to music to shake the foundation. So hang on, what? Just want music to shake the foundations. Just hard hitting, thumping music. As soon as you hear it, you can't stop listening or thinking about.
Trust me,
Yeah.
there's a lot of that going on an album too.
Yeah. So there you go, Black Sunshine. There isn't a bad song on album 1, which is why there'll be 7 absolute stinkers on album 2. Yeah.
We saved them all for
Yeah,
this one.
We basically put it all into the singles and gone, "Ah, fuck the rest. We'll just stick any of your crap on there." Although Will would love me to say that, I'm sure, because then we'd actually get the thing out. But I'm like, no, every single thing has to be the most awesome thing ever.
No,
Yeah.
I respect the process.
Absolutely.
Like I said to
what
you
do
the
you
other day, the process makes me despondent because I'm an impatient asshole and I've heard the demos and I'm like, yep, they're done, let's go. But I appreciate that I'm not the best judge when it comes to when something's fully cooked.
I know that, mate. So someone's asking, what do we think about Avatar, the group? I would defer to my learned friend David Fuller here that knows all things. Avatar, Dav, do we like them?
They're weird, but they're great.
Cool. So there you go. Weird
So a
but
bit like
great.
James, then, in that regard.
No, James is just weird.
Oh, bro.
Weird, mate, is a side effect of awesome. Deal with it.
Yeah, nice. So there we go. Quotable from Black Lakes there. Avatar are weird but awesome. Good to know. Should have put, have you thought of adding an extra £2 to the price?
So he actually wasn't asking if he could add an extra couple of quid. He was saying, have we thought of making it more expensive? We did think about making it more expensive, but
We debated that.
but why? We don't like, I've always gone on a rule that music should be accessible and that, people are going to stream it or download it anyway if they want to. It's £10. Our first album was £10. We may be known by slightly more people than when we released the first album, but we're not like looking to extort people for what we're doing. We just want to make sure it gets out there.
I guess at this point, with like the popularity of streaming, and it's not going away, it's just going to keep going that way. At this point, if you're buying an album, we're not trying to rinse anyone. It's just like, if you want to buy an album, you're doing it mostly because you want to support. That's it. So yeah, we're not trying to rinse you with extortionate prices of especially CDs when you're probably paying £10 a month for a streaming platform. It's just a way of showing instant support. Here's £10.
Yeah, we will be working just as hard to make sure that CD packaging is for us anyway as best as we can the absolute dogs, with the lyrics, with all the bits and pieces that we want to have in there. And the most exciting thing for me is Will got his way with the lyric book last time, so this time I totally have that smacked down to go, my turn, Will. It's got to have all the words in it and not just repeating lines. Yeah.
Wow, we'll see. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah, well,
let's not get too excited about that one.
I'm going to lose that battle as well. That was very, very nice. Thank you, Evelyn, for already ordering it. That's mind blowing. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And if you still have too many songs left and can't decide, then double album. Yeah. So that'll just become genuinely. I know this is going to sound really peculiar on the album 2 launch date, but we already have songs for album 3.
Don't even start talking about album 3.
Let's worry about that later. But we genuinely.
Oh my god! I'll tell you what. Fuck album 2. Album 3 is going to be absolutely insane.
I know. I'm really excited about album 3.
But you can't have it unless you order album 2.
That's true. Yeah, absolutely. No one's allowed unless they order album 2. Any thoughts on Sleep Token? They seem to be the next big thing. Absolutely, Neil. It's all about Sleep Token right now. Dav's a big fan. Everything that I've heard so far, I really liked. Yes.
I kind of go in and out of it. I'm kind of like I really want. I listened to the. Was their last album their first one, Daff?
No, their first proper album, I guess, was 2019, 2018.
Okay, which one had Alkaline on it? That one.
Oh, that was 2021.
Okay, yeah, I listened to that one a lot, and I was like, "There's some really good moments on this album, but I don't fully engage with the rest of it." And then we saw them live, and I was like, a bit bored.
Yeah, and I'm not with Sleep Token. I quite like what I've heard. I thought I'm going to really like this because it reminds me a little bit of the Deftones in places. I'm quite into it. But what I find hard is, obviously, I remember, when you get big genre changes, i.e., like, glam rock turning into grunge, and then grunge turning into post-grunge, and then kind of post-grunge turning into alternative and new metal, and then that turning into emo. And at the beginning, you're like, oh, I'm not sure about this. I mean, I definitely remember lots of emo bands thinking, I'm never going to get into this. This is not my thing. And then now a lot of them are some of my favourite bands. So I think it's hard to judge at the beginning. But yeah, I do think there's some good stuff with Sleep Token. But I know what you mean, Will. There's a lot of bands that I should like that I don't like, and that's tough sometimes. I don't like Jimi Hendrix, and that upsets people. I don't like Led Zeppelin, and that upsets people. I just don't dig it. It's not my thing. I tried really hard. To be honest, Tool took me a long time, but I've now finally realised I was just a fucking idiot for like 10 years. And now I understand, and like, oh my God, Tool are the best thing that's ever existed, ever.
No, the shit. I'm not.
I'm with this guy.
Yeah, indeed. So I know what you mean. If Sleep Token ain't your bag, that ain't your bag. But yeah, I definitely can feel the vibes, and they do seem to be, at the moment, getting touted as the next big thing. Apart from Blacklist, obviously.
Oh, yeah, of course. Apart from us, yeah. Oh, I did want to say, actually, while I remember it, thank you to everybody who took a chance and bought a mystery sticker from the web store before we've revealed what they were. I know that Susie saw the image in our post that we put up the other day. But yeah, the black metal design on our limited edition t-shirt was too good to just let go. So we got some very funky silver foil Black Lakes stickers, which are available right now on the web store. So those were the mystery stickers, and thank you to everyone who was like, I'll buy a mystery sticker. It's quite a lot of fun. Reminds me of being a kid with the Panini stickers and stuff. Not that I ever did like football shit, but you know what I mean.
We I absolutely, don't get me wrong, I love our regulars, but Anos, hello. So this is Super Black Lakes Avarice guitar playthrough. I found you by chance and I like it. Hello to you guys from the south of Russia. I will share your music with my friends.
Thank you.
Hello. As far as we know, Anos, you are our first member of the Blacklist from Russia. So great to have you with us. And yeah, I remember recording that Avarice playthrough with Will. And we actually did others. But I don't think we ever put them out, have we? We did Verity. Yeah, and a couple of others. So, maybe that'll be some exclusive Blacklist content at some point.
I remember when that was called Angels.
Yeah, that was a long time ago. Yeah,
Pilgrim G's asking, are there any image rights to use designs for tattoos? No, I don't think so. Why? What are you going to get it done?
I think if you want the Black Lakes logo, that is at least a big Kahuna bundle on the website. That's
yeah, and I'll tell you what, if you buy the big bundle, we get to tattoo it on you.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
We're only in pen. We're only doing pen. Nice.
We'll do it in Sharpie, and then if you're happy, you can get it tattooed over.
I'm also a bit disappointed because I'm not in the right space, but I've got one of my. I love this top. It's an Lexus on fire top, but you can't really see it. So just thought I'd chuck up my chest.
If I could chuck your top into Photoshop and hit invert, it would make me a lot happier.
I have got a black one. I just fancy changing it up tonight. It's summer. I thought, you know what, I'm going to put a white one on. Got some cool sleeve stuff going on as well, which is always nice. So yeah, there we are.
Pilgrim G saying that the Black Death t-shirt design across the top of his shoulders. Yeah, go for it, mate. I will be absolutely blown away by that.
Okay, wow, yeah, that's dedication. Jeepers creepers. Yeah, hang on, steady. Like that's extra pressure for album 2. We should have a Blacklist tattoo session at some point. I know I'm just randomly gibbering now, like where, obviously, Will, you can share your tattoos, Dav, you can share your tattoos and go right. And then Blacklist can share their tattoos.
I thought you were volunteering to have a live tattoo there, mate.
Yeah, that sounded good. I'd watch that.
If you said it on the internet, it's got to happen now, isn't it?
I'll tell you what. If album 2, I'll think about what the compromise is when I get inked. Yeah. Absolutely.
I'm excited about this.
But
I'm already excited about this. More orders are coming in. This is amazing. Thank you so much, guys. Scott, get ready to make that high compromise because the orders are coming in already. Don't set it at 5.
So when we sell more records than Guns N' Roses, yeah, okay, that's fairly safe. But I was just going to say, me and you and Lee, we should have a blood pact that I get to choose your tattoo and you get to choose mine. I'm not sure
Yeah,
who's first.
you can have my face on your back. Looking pissed off.
Oh, but the thing is, I know how to push your button, so I could do something really upsetting. But you probably would never forgive me, so I wouldn't do it.
Dave
It'd
Earl,
be
if
like
Dave Earl gets a tattoo,
cool
it's just
or
going to be a tattoo of a slipper.
and or a bowl of soup potentially.
Yeah.
Do I have the Sharpie art tattoo option? Absolutely. If we ever get to the States or you ever come up over here, have South of Salem, which I asked first, so wanted to check. Amazing. I think we are very close to them at the SOS Festival, as I'm learning. So I think they're headlining. There's a band on before them, but we're right up there. So it'd be nice to see those guys again. They are genuinely lovely.
They are very nice guys. Yeah, very nice.
Yeah,
guys.
yeah. So we are. You will see us, I'm sure, play with South of Salem again at some point, as well as at the SOS Festival. They're also playing Love Rocks that we are. So there's
what
lots of.
What have you got, Pilgrim G, in terms of the South of Salem tattoo? Have you got the coffin with the wings?
Yeah,
It's a good look. It's a good little logo. That I quite like that. Or icon.
Yeah,
Logo.
absolutely.
Icon. Logo. I don't know. Who knows?
Icon, I think, technically, but logo is fair enough. Yeah, Nozfest. Yeah, we're also. Are they playing Nozfest as well? Are they as well as us? Wow, cool. Might see those guys loads. That's not too far for them either, is it? Because they're Bournemouth way. So, that's down the south, which will be interesting because obviously we've gone north so much this year, or a fair bit, and west now on Saturday, east even.
I was going to say, like, don't do it. Don't say it because you'll tell me where I won't. I don't know. My geography's terrible. You could tell me where anywhere in the country, and I will repeat it on stage.
Yeah. Cambridge is east, definitely.
I'll be like, wow, this is our first time this far down in the southwest, and we're in Cambridge.
Yeah, the thing is about Cambridge, though, it doesn't have it's not the Midlands, it's not London, it's weird. It's like, where is it? It's not even East Anglia, it's odd. It's kind of, anyone know in the Blacklist, where is Cambridge in terms of county-wise or geography? I'm not saying I don't know where Cambridge is.
It'd be handy to know by Saturday, because you've got to be there.
How do Cambridge people refer to their region? It's the middle of nowhere. It's sort of like, it's not the Midlands, it's not the South, it's not the North, it's nowhere. It's not weird.
Yeah. The clue in the name, Midlands, like it's in the middle.
Yeah, but Cambridge isn't. That's the point. No one says, "Oh, Cambridge is in the middle."
Yeah, no, Cambridge is not in the Midlands.
No, exactly. So where is it? What region of the country is Cambridge in? It doesn't exist.
Pilgrim G says, "Oh, it's in Cambridgeshire." Thanks.
Yeah. Appreciate that. Yeah, that's two of you. Well done. Congratulations.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah, indeed. That's
it's
my point, though.
Dave Earl says it's in France. All right, I'll get on to P&O after this, and we will get our ferry booked. We're off to France, boys.
What does P&O stand for in this instance? Is it fucking off?
Le Petit Cambridge. Woo! Bless you, sir.
Yeah.
More orders coming through. I feel like I'm on a shopping channel. Thank you very much for that order.
You know what's really upsetting? I don't know what shopping channels. When I do flick on them, I like, when you aren't going live, or they're like all the people that do the shopping channels now are weird TV presenters from my childhood. It's really off-putting. Like you turn on, you see, like, what was the guy on going live? Simon and Dave, or whatever it was. It's weird. It's weird.
I was having a really weird conversation the other night about Andy Peters.
Yeah, okay. He's like
really, really like hench these days. Apparently.
Is he ripped? Is he? Okay,
yeah, and he's like high up in the BBC. He's like
he did do a lot. He did Top of the Pops for a long time.
He went a long way from the broom cupboard. That's for sure.
Yeah, who would have thought that Ed the Duck was his springboard to greater things? It must be due east in a straight line from Newport. I think it's more up than that. It's kind of, I've never gone anywhere in my life where it says from where we are, go to London or go to Coventry, and there's 2 minutes in it. I'm like, how the fuck can anything be go to Birmingham and go to London and still be the same distance? It's just weird.
I like Evelyn. No idea.
No idea. I'm Scottish.
I think that's the answer to every question ever. I'd like to use that as my defence if I was Scottish. No idea.
I don't want to risk upsetting all of the fans, Evelyn, but absolutely. I love Scotland because it's like, where's that? England. That'll do. It's just all England. Yeah, absolutely. Ed the Duck is the head of the BBC. It certainly feels like it sometimes, Dave. I'll have to agree. Quick facts. Cambridgeshire is a ceremonial, historic and non-metropolitan county in the east of England. Okay. Governmental region. So it is the east of England.
Awesome. So we've narrowed it down. So now at least when I get on stage I can say, good evening,
hello,
east of England.
Sounds like a horror film, though, doesn't it? You know, it was a time for horror. It was East of England. Sounds like it should be a horror film.
In a world.
Hey, maybe that's what we'll call. Maybe that's what we'll call album 2. Black Lakes, East of England.
East of England.
Although technically we're West of England.
I was going to say, technically we should be West of England.
Exactly. Oh dear. I'm not even the one in the room.
That's going to be our South of Salem cover band name.
Yeah, that would be cool. East
West
of England. North of Bournemouth. Yeah, absolutely. That would be pretty cool. I wish I was there last week. I timed
Can
it
we
so
not just go
wrong.
south of Salem?
Yeah, south of Salem. Absolutely. I don't know, Gina, are you referring to the station, the Hangar 18 gig in Swansea? I don't know. She's saying, I wish I was there last week. I timed it so wrong. Was it last week? We were in Swansea? Or was it 2 weeks
I think maybe she's saying she was in Cambridgeshire.
Yes, that make more sense. She was in Cambridge weeks before we're due to be there, which is cool. So yeah, I've kind of run out of things to say at this point, Will. In a good way. Yeah, indeed. But yeah, album 2 pre-orders are out. Although, yeah, south of Chepstow. Although technically, both James and I live north of Chepstow, and Lee lives east of.
England.
Steady.
No, you live west of Chepstow.
Steady, that's
I
my
just realised what album 2 is going to be called.
No.
It's going to be called
What is it?
Straight Out of Chepstow.
So again, forgive us, Anos. Anybody know how some Russian letters work? Because I don't speak Russian, so I don't know how to pronounce your name correctly.
Mate. Google Translate it.
Well, we've got
Russian?
Anos, and then a little cross, and then O, and then the pi sign.
Oh,
and then
right, in the name, yes, sorry.
Yeah. So Anos, forgive us if we say your name wrong. Please correct us. Have you ever met the Norwegian bands like in the movie Heavy Rissu, 2018? Anybody? Will Lee, you're more of our like obscure goth horror.
I can't say that I know what the movie is either.
No, I've never heard of either of them. That doesn't mean that they're not good.
I'm so sorry, Anos. We're the most disappointing band you've only just discovered.
Never heard of the band. But again, I don't know, how heavy are they, Anos? Again, when I hear Norway, all I think of is black metal and face paint and like lots of. So I'd imagine
that's totally us. Yeah.
I would imagine that band and that movie are pretty heavy. Are you Googling that, Lee? Or is it unrelated? You're Googling? Yeah, all right. So HEVIREISSU, Heavy Russo. Not heard of it, but yeah, we will check that out.
Lee's Googling bands looking for bassist.
Honestly, I was trying to get the message feed to work.
Oh, what, on YouTube?
Yeah.
Yeah, if you go on the video, it's just like there's a drop down. It is annoying.
Yeah, I know. I've got it
It's
to work
crap.
now. You know what?
It's
I'm
crap,
like,
that. Even as the admin running the stream, it's crap. And I have to every week. I have to remember to flick it from top chat to live chat. Like it omits messages for some reason. God knows why.
Yeah, it is a bit annoying to say the least. Yeah, there you go. Live chat has moved. Yeah, thanks for that. So I used to know where it was, and now it's gone somewhere else.
did they Google it?
Well, I turned it off to feel your pain, and now I'm regretting that.
But
Because
you know
now I
what?
can find it.
We are 53 minutes in and we've not crashed out yet. So I think what I did with the tweaks and the bits.
Yeah, now that we're going to bin it off, it's working exactly.
Well, yeah, now that we're going to stop using Discord for as our platform of choice.
I have seen that film. I've seen that film, Heavy Trip. It's a very good film, actually.
Okay.
I've seen it. Oh, there we go. Anos, there we go. I knew you would have heard of it.
It's a good film. Daft, you'd like that one. There's some good shit in there. It's funny.
Yeah.
Actually, we probably all like it. It's just about heavy music and bands. It's funny.
That sounds good already. The last
Yeah,
film I watched like that was on
yeah.
Netflix.
It's called Heavy Trip in English.
Oh,
Oh, a heavy trip. Good to know. See, I knew you'd know.
Yeah, I've seen it a while ago. It is a good film.
So there we go. And also it has the bass player's seal of approval as the more, I would say the top of the screen, or it may not be the top of the screen in your end. The black metal, heavy deathness is up there. Yeah, that's where
It's a really funny scene, actually, where this guy who's the singer in the band, he's mopping the floor because he works in a nursing home, and he's listening to black metal while he's band, and he's like singing the vocals over the top, and it's just these old people watching him. As you know, it's silent because he's doing the vocal, but he's mopping the floor. Like. It
That
is
sounds
funny.
pretty awesome already. To be fair,
It is good.
I'm back. I found the chat again. What was the one on Netflix that I watched recently? That was more mainstream, but it was quite funny.
Oh, I know which one you're on about.
Yeah, what's it? Where they form a metal band and
Yeah,
falls in love, and it's got Scott Ian and Rob Halford from Judas Priest when they're giving him a love advice around the hot tub. Yeah,
Yeah.
Dude made it. No,
what's that?
am I thinking about a different one?
It's
Morello.
that when we taps the bloke in the bollocks with the truncheon. That's the funniest bit in the film.
That bit.
What film
there
are we
is that
talking
bit.
about now?
The bit that gets me is the bit where he goes, "Hey, try this. Otherwise, you'll never get good articulation at high speeds." And that's how I feel in every single rehearsal. I'm like, right, you need to use one of these, otherwise you just won't be able to shred enough.
Yeah, weren't you told that once? You were told that, weren't you?
Oh, absolutely, yeah. That's why you've got to pass on the wisdom. Oh, there we go. It means heavy trip, journey, and finish. Thank you very much, Matt George.
Matt
Finish,
George, who
yeah,
I've
that's right.
never seen in the chat before, so thank you for joining us,
Hi,
Matt.
Matt.
Just,
Welcome.
it's not
Welcome. as well.
Norwegian, it's Finnish. That's a more ignorant British stuff, isn't it?
Yeah. In our defence, though, it was our newfound Russian fan that told us it was Norwegian. So
But Matt George is helping us out. He's a man so learned, he has 2 first names.
absolutely. But yeah, the Finnish film called Heavy Trip. Like we clarified all of that. That all got clarified.
I suppose you have seen it, Daft. It's good.
Should we
Yeah,
play
I'll have
music again.
Will, yeah, I can say we haven't got many minutes left, and we promised we'd play the snippet from Pre-Order 2 again without us speaking over it.
Oh, okay. Can we leave it
yeah,
running a bit
so
longer
we
this
need
time
to-
or not?
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, I'm happy to run a bit longer if you want.
I think we
How much-
I think we could go to to the chorus.
That long.
Oh, what you want to run the song longer?
Yeah.
Holy crap! Wow. See, I knew you'd do this. You'd get drunk. Oh yeah, let's just give the whole album away. It's fine.
I'm
no
not
one wants
giving
to
the
buy it.
album away. I'm just saying that most
Alcohol
people who have seen
free.
us live have heard this song.
Yeah, but not everyone's seen this live. So yeah, maybe we can play. We can play the. I love the way you put it on me, like it's me giving permission. That's making me look like
Right, I'm going to play a bit of the song,
yeah.
and then we're going to
But
go
not
back
all
and
of it.
say our goodbyes. Not all of it, I promise.
No, just
Right.
up to the first riff.
But everyone has to
Can we
shut up until I
end it?
start talking.
End it. Can we end
Yeah.
it at the end of the music so like it looks like? really good
Yeah, well, you
stuff?
can't. Like you say. Yeah. All right. Here
No,
we go.
we'll come back and say our goodbyes.
Oh, do it.
Yes.
End it.
Right,
Yeah,
back in a minute.
Tell you what. Right. I'm going to turn up my phone now just to make sure I can hear it and chastise me in place too.
Oh, I cut it off right before the chorus. How rude.
Oh,
How rude.
what a tease you are. Tease.
Sorry about
That's right. But yeah, that's a good old snippet of.
that. And we will remind you that is a demo version of an album track. So if you think it sounds shit now, wait till you hear the album version.
Absolutely.
A bit heavy, isn't it? A bit heavy.
It's got but I think it's the same as album 1. There's some heavy bits, There's some melodic bits.
Mm.
There's probably some heavier bits than before. Maybe there's definitely some more Cynthia bits. There's a lot of
Cynthia?
different stuff going on.
Cynthia and
And
what
why
are
does she
Yeah.
have bits on her album?
So thank you, Gina. That's very kind. Getting ready to hand over all of my money. Thank you very much, Black Sunshine.
Thank you, Black Sunshine.
Take it rain.
If you could make the entire West Coast join you, we'd really appreciate it.
Oh my goodness.
We only play
Like,
east of England.
guys, I'm sat with the controls open for the web store and I can see the orders coming through and it's genuinely making me feel a little bit like it's
getting
insane
emotional.
already. Yeah.
Are you getting them? Oh,
Can I just point something out? I don't think we've addressed little Easter egg. So you know how we released the black metal shirts a little while ago.
Mhm.
So I believe the demo that you just played, the lyrics from one of those verses is on the back of the black metal shirt.
This is
Absolutely
absolutely... Technically, the Black Metal shirt is our first album 2 shirt.
Technically, that's right.
This is true.
Yeah,
This
it's
is
a
true.
fair point, Dev, because they're from that song that you just heard, which I think everyone knows now is going to be called White Cliffs. That line of "severed is the head that fails to bow" is one of the lyrics in the first verse of that song, I believe.
I mean, you can hear it very clearly. If you go back 10 minutes and listen,
yeah, we'll be scrubbing
you'll hear it.
while I talk again.
Right.
Also, I don't know if you know this, but there's a giant penis behind you.
No, he's got his blur on. That's not a giant penis. It's just the decorators. Oh my god, it's veiny and everything. That makes it worse.
Wow, that is an excellent point. Wow, yeah, Dav, do you want to explain to the listening public what's
No,
going on?
don't let him explain. Don't let him explain. Just leave the live cast here.
Yeah, leave the mystery.
As Jeremy Clarkson would say, and on that bombshell.
We've got some bits. Love that saying. Thank you, Pilgrim G. We were quite pleased with it when we came up with it. Yeah, it was one of James's. All right, give him. There he goes. Look at pointing at himself. He loves it.
Look at him looking for a fucking medal.
How dare you?
But also, Will, we said we'd run a bit longer, so it's fine. There's still plenty of people around. But yes, that line was one of James's doozies. And incidentally, by the way, so we can kill this off immediately now, James, for about the last 6.5 years, has been trying to get the line in of crucified on the tree of woe. And it still hasn't quite made it past me and Will yet. So Blacklist, vote now. Should crucified on the sea of woe be a Black Lakes lyric? There we are.
There's no context. There's no context in it. There's no context.
Well, there's no context in "Severed is the head that fails to bow." But there we are. It's out there now. So if it appears, obviously James won the discussion around that lyric. But yeah, wow,
We've run
big
right over an
times.
hour. Discord hasn't crashed on us. We've been chatting. We've been having a good time.
We've now finally fixed it. Now that we're going to bin it off and use a different platform. Although, to be fair, when we go over to Lander, the audio quality is significantly better.
Well, yeah,
As a manager, I now use the severed head phrase. Fair enough. I mean, that if Black Lakes are nothing, we're good for management development training.
Black Lakes says if it fits in the song, go for it. With James'
there we
lyrics.
go.
The problem is it doesn't fit in any song. He just tries to crowbar it into all of them. From writing The Divide onwards, we've had this line,
which is the first song.
This is lies and deceitfulness.
Every song we write, there's a period of time where James goes quiet and then he goes, "Guys,
hey, let's go back to this.
Crucified on the Sea of Woe."
Fuck you.
How can you be crucified on a sea? Well, you're going to put the nails in. Right?
Well, it was tree originally, but then we moved it to sea when we were trying to get it into White
I may have misquoted him. Crucified on the tree of woe, I might have misquoted him. But also,
never going to win anything now. In principle, everyone's going, nah.
What are you trying to say? That I
comedy now, isn't
it? Live on the internet without meaning to? What? Me? No! I'd never do that. But also, a couple of exciting things. Will is so drunk, he called Black Sunshine Black Lakes, which I quite liked.
Oh,
so
did
Black
I?
Sunshine.
I apologise. I'm not so drunk. I just, I'm excited. That's all.
Fine. But also, James, think about it this way. Your lyrics, or a line that you came up with, is the first lyrics that have ever gone on a Black Lakes t-shirt, as far as I'm aware. None of our other t-shirts have lyrics on them. So you're actually the very first lyricist to ever get on a Black Lakes t-shirt. That's got to feel good, right?
That's all right.
There you go. The vocalist looks like an actor from the movie Raven. That's got to be a compliment, Will, unless you've seen Raven.
I've seen the Crown.
Anyone seen the movie Raven? I've not seen it. Was it German?
Yeah.
German shaven ravens.
I really hope this is going somewhere.
Don't Google that. Whatever you do, don't Google it.
I assume, so again, Anos, please educate us on what the movie Raven is about. I know there's a TV series called Raven, but he doesn't know you well enough. Know what yet? Will how your goth card gets revoked most weeks.
I've been loving the warm weather. I have to say, it's been so nice to see the sun.
That's a lifetime ban. That's a lifetime ban right there, isn't it?
Yeah, I know. Hey, I was seeing it from the dark shadows. I just meant it was nice to see.
Thank you very much, Blackstone. That was kind of you. She was going to let it slide, but I just outed you, Will, instead.
Don't worry, Dave says when you change over, you'll have to let us know because you won't use the platform. Don't worry, we'll still broadcast via YouTube. It's just that we'll sound a lot clearer and look a lot worse.
And hopefully not have any kind of soup related. I heard this a lot of times recently. It's Goth Day. Why the fuck is International Goth Day in the middle of the summer? That makes no fucking sense.
It's not summer yet, is it?
Yeah, but like May, International Goth Day in May. Surely it should be November. It's weird.
If it's summer here, it's winter somewhere else, isn't it?
I respect that. So maybe it started in another part of the world. Where is it currently winter?
Australia? Is it winter?
Yeah, I was going to say we're going into winter in Australia.
Yeah, okay. So obviously maybe it was an Australian that came up with International Goth Day. So Will be more than happy, but that's not true. He doesn't have his goth card. He's been evicted from the coven because of his love of the sunshine. Raven 1994. Anyone can suggest any? I don't remember that. I don't know it.
I'd have to Google it. Mind you, I hadn't heard of the last one. And I Googled it and then I realised because that's my fucking brain.
There you go. So go Google it. See if you've seen Raven 94. There is a movie, The Raven, about Edgar Allan Poe.
He's talking about the Crow.
I was going to say, is he talking about the Crow? That's why. Yeah.
Maybe it was called The Raven in Russia. But yeah, do you mean The Crow with Brandon Lee?
He does. I've just Googled it. Yeah, so yeah.
What is it? Was called The Crow.
The Crow.
Oh, amazing. So Anos, The Crow, I would like to say, I'm sure is the same for Will, is one of my favourite films of all time.
Abso-freaking-lutely.
Bar none. We quote it to each other most days, if I'm honest. So we are massive, massive, massive Crow fans. And if I could be bothered to go over there, I could bring you down my full-scale Eric Draven model with his guitar and his detachable crow and everything. But yeah, it's packed away at the minute. But it does exist.
It does exist.
Iceland, 6 months of darkness. I don't know whether that's true, Dave Earl, but I'd like the idea that if International Goth Day was created in Iceland, I'm all right with that.
It probably is true, yeah.
Yeah, so Anos is saying, Massive Crow fans. Well, man, what a fucking compliment that is.
I know, right?
You look like
insane.
from the movie The Crow.
Thank you.
That's got to be the
Thank you very much.
best thing you've ever heard.
It's very cool. Very cool.
I clearly need to change my look immediately. Right. Hang on. In May 2009, a radio station in Great Britain was discussing music subcultures. From this discussion, goth music DJs, Cruel Britannia, and Martin Oldgoth created World Goth Day. There we are. They decided the day would fall on May the 22nd. World Goth Day began in the United Kingdom and is now celebrated throughout the world. Black Sunshine, I need to move to Iceland. Wow. God. I love this, Anos. You're going for it. What are your favourite guitar companies? Right, Dav. What would we say our favourite guitar companies are? Because, I need to talk to the people in the band that can play guitar.
Fisher Price for me.
So, for me personally, because of my love of Megadeth and other bands like that, I'm a big fan of Jackson guitars. When I saw Dave Mustaine playing a Jackson guitar with a shark fin inlaying the fretboards, I was like, that is the coolest thing I've ever seen. I must have one of those. But more recently, I have to say the LTD or the ESP stuff is quite impressive. Been quite impressed by some of those. I have guitars everywhere in my house, as you might imagine. I don't have to go too far and bust out a Jackson or various others. But Dav, what about you? What would you say your top guitar companies are?
Whatever stays in tune, but
sounds good to me.
Yeah, just whatever stays in tune. But I do have a soft spot for my the PRS stuff. I love PRS.
Yeah. So Dav's got a couple of quite nice Paul Reed Smith guitars. If you don't know what PRS stands for, which are awesome. Play those, which are nice. James.
Yeah, LTD, and I quite fancy Dav's PRS stuff. So I think that's going to be on the shopping list next time.
And obviously, Will, I can't come to you on this because you don't play the guitar, or refuse to anyway.
I like
Which is
I like guitars, black ones.
I like guitars. I like to play.
I like
Lee?
to play.
But I cannot lie.
I like black guitars.
I like
can't
regrets. Cannot lie.
Bam, bam, bam.
Lee,
What?
guitars, mate. Come on, fucking hell. He's going to be a death metal fan. He's going to like all the shit you like. Hamer, fucking BC Rich Warlocks, all that crap.
Yeah, I suppose, yeah. BC Rich for the bodies, isn't it? Probably not for the sound. Ibanez, though, yeah. Ibanez all the way, and no Fender.
No Fender.
Yeah, both me and Dav have Fenders because we like to be a little bit nice from time to time. Lee has no fucking niceness. It's all metal all the time. BC Rich, says Daveville. I have a BC Rich tattooed on my arm. It was being played by Hello Kitty. Nice. So yeah, Anos is saying LTD. Absolutely. So yeah, I played an LTD Deluxe 1000, which is funny enough, the guitar that James plays in Black Lakes in a guitar shop the other day while I was actually buying a new pedal, and it blew my shit. I was there for about 3 seconds going, oh my God, this is the nicest thing I've played in a long time. I absolutely loved it. So I was a bit smitten by that LTD 1000, I have to say. But yeah, that one came in charcoal black, so I was a bit more keen. Whereas I didn't know they did that because James has got a bit of a yellow streak on it, which is very much James's vibe, less on my vibe.
Is it yellow or is it gold?
Gold.
Gold! Yeah, like gold.
Always believe in your soul.
You got the power to know. Yeah. So, Lee, have you ever owned a BC Rich Warlock? I never owned one, but I always hankered after one. Where Blackie was paying.
Yeah, I don't know why I haven't, but there's loads. There's like a beast, is there, and things like that. That probably the nicest shape. But
yeah,
they've gone up in price strangely as well. They used to get them really cheap, but they seem to have gone up really expensive.
Neil 66 says, "Is this?"
Neil's full of the abuse. He's like, get on with it.
24-hour Blacklist to raise money. Yeah, we're not going to stop streaming until you've paid. And then we'll go away.
We're going to take over your machines and like never let you turn off.
We're like ransomware, only way more irritating.
It's getting dark now, and it was quite light before. But yeah. But no, I've never owned a BC. Have you ever had a Warlock, Dav?
I was in a band with someone with a Warlock.
Nice.
So
nice.
No.
I was in a band with someone called Warlock once.
Was it chipped? They're always fucking chipped, aren't they? Because
yeah, well, my mate had he had the Warlock. It was pretty beaten up, I guess, because of the spiky edges and whatever.
Yeah.
But he even paid extra to have like the custom coffin case as well for it. So it was a coffin case, and you're like, oh, this is going to be like ridiculous, isn't it? You open it up, it's a Warlock. You're like, oh.
His coffin case Warlock. Does it get any better than that? I'm not sure.
Well, maybe we should call it that. Almost an hour and a quarter in. We should probably draw a line under this. I know we're dragging it out because we said it's going to be the last Blacklist for a while. So
final thoughts, isn't it? Time for final thoughts.
Yeah, absolutely. But I don't think we did that. We just got to ask questions. You got to be polite to the people that ask questions and answer their questions.
Absolutely, mate.
So,
I was just.
So I don't think we were dragging it out. We were just giving the people what they asked for, which is what they asked. But
when you say the people, you mean the person.
Yeah, absolutely. But every individual counts, man. Sorry,
well, should we do like a recap, just for anyone who might have joined late?
We should.
Well, we'll do final thoughts and goodbyes, and then I will recap before I cut the stream.
Cool.
Sound good?
Yeah.
Lovely. Take it away, boys.
So we need to be directed. So,
James, your final thoughts?
David, no, sorry, Scott. David, final thoughts.
I wish I hadn't got this giant penis in the background.
That's actually. Sorry, I might as well tell you. That's my BC Rich Warlock in the.
It looks much better in it's a way presented in a dong cover, mate.
You know, you've been going on too long when the people in the chat are chanting soup to see if they can break the stream for you. Soup.
No one's making them stay. If anything, we got more online now than when we started.
We do.
It's descended into its normal Black Lakes nonsense, which is good. Yeah. So nice final thoughts, Dav. That you've got a dong-covered wall. Always good to know. Lee, your final thoughts, mate, as we go east of England on the weekend.
I fucking hate this shit. I hate fucking final thought.
Don't have any final thoughts then. Your final thoughts are fuck the world and everyone in it. That's all good.
No, I suppose it's loads of it's been like QVC on this fucking channel today, isn't it? Selling shit and that. But I suppose, just to reiterate, that none of the money is paying our bloody mortgage or fucking any of that sort of stuff. None of us are driving fucking smart cars. All the money that comes in goes into producing more shit. So it's more music, it's more stuff. So just to reiterate that, really, I suppose it's not. We're not on the grab. We hardly at all. It all goes back into production. So
Yeah,
that's
no.
We're
Nice,
not
mate,
we're not starving artists, but we are starving people
No.
that happen to be artists.
No, indeed. Yeah, every penny goes back into Black Lakes.
Yeah.
Our tour of the west coast of America that will happen one day. Will, your final thoughts before we do the final?
I mean, honestly, like I think I've already said it, but I'm sat here watching the orders come in, and it is fairly incredible, to be honest. It's very flattering that people want what we have to offer. So thank you to everyone who's already placed their order, especially those of you who have placed your order for the Black Gold bundle, which is incredible. We are humbled and yeah, thank you. That is my final thought. Thank you.
Nice.
Scott,
final thoughts.
My final thought is I have been disappointed so many times by second records by so many bands. So being in the position is difficult, and you're like, I hope that we don't disappoint people. I'm confident. Everyone seems to be reacting to White Cliffs really well. So I'm confident that everyone will be loving album 2. And yeah, literally, and I know I always have a bit of a laugh and a joke, I hope, but I literally cannot wait to get some music out there just so we can play something new and talk about other stuff. So yeah, desperate to get some of the new stuff recorded. Super pumped to share it with you. Those are my final thoughts. Just absolutely excited to finally get some new music out there for Black Lakes fans, new and old.
hell yeah. James, did you actually get final thoughts, or did you just pass the buck really quickly? Did you want?
Oh well, we're out of time. Sorry.
Next time. Oh wait.
Okay, well I'm gonna launch the slide. I'm gonna launch the music one last time. No, I'm not, because I closed the music file. So okay. I'm not going to launch the music at all.
But just to recap, you can now pre-order Black Lake's second album live on our website, www.blacklakes.com. You can buy just the CD. You can buy the CD and the vinyl. There are also going to be 2 exclusive EPs that have exclusive tracks on them that will not be on the album. So the only way to get those tracks is to pre-order those EPs, and they will be a very limited run. So if you want those, you have to go reasonably quick. Otherwise, they will sell out. Hopefully, potentially, optimistically. T-shirts, of course. And then I'm a bit weirded out, Will. I'm going to check with you in a minute. People are already ordering the Black Gold bundle. I can't even take that in right now. But yes.
That means just put a fire under us to fucking get a move on, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And thank you, every single person who's joined us tonight, as always. We will be back at some point with the Blacklist.
Dave, the sizes are already there. I've already done it. As we were live, I amended the web store. If it doesn't work, let me know.
Thank you.
I'll fix it again.
Thank you ever so much for everyone's feedback. Saying it's fantastic and really fun. And we, I don't know how we make it fun for you, but you seem to enjoy what we do. So that's really, really pleasing. Yes, T-shirts are done. Thank you ever so much for your support. And we will see you maybe in Cambridge Saturday, maybe in Love Rocks a week Saturday, and then at some point in the future on an impromptu Blacklist that will be from the studio or on a lander session, etc. So yes, we have not gone anywhere. We are just busy beavering away on album 2, baby.
Entitled Black Lakes, the Sea of Woe. Crucified on the Sea of Woe.
Right.
Coming to you in about 6
him off.
weeks, maybe 7 months.
Right, that's enough. That's
Bye now.
enough. Right, see you later, guys.
Thanks so much.
Tell you,
Take it
mate.
easy, everyone. Wow. Evelyn Barr said, I don't buy blind unless I really like the band. I just bought blind. Until we chat again, good night, love. God bless you. Allah bless you, Neil. And then Anos, our new Russian fan, sent 6 emoji hearts.